Hey people, Inquisitor 53 Faction War. This is Guard vs Ice Gate and Imperial Guard versus Chaos Space Marines. For the Blue Guard team, Zulman is a Lord General. Fighting in ranged combat begins with the retinue. Stormtroopers can also add to the retinue throughout the game. The Vostroyan Firstborn has strong defense and support, this guy. Alongside the Tenso with a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support. Fighting in melee begins with a Refractor Shield, Armageddon Steel Legion elite scheme. And rounding off the blue, Jamboo with an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee but can get specialized ranged weapons. They're on the west resource lane up against Red Crown's Plague Champion. Starts off with a damage of a time ranged weapon, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support, can also repair. Alongside, Dice Roll with a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero walking through objects that cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption. And rounding off the teams, MarkOdinSon is a Chaos Sorcerer, a disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. Looks like we got Black Legion for Dice Roll and Odinson. Doom Bolts. Went for the Lord General with the Doom Bolts. Now runs into some Guardsmen. Odinson being doubled. They're calling it in chat. Backing off, which is the right thing to do. Getting shots where you can. You can also use the garrisons here. There's a garrison. Looks like the heretics are trying to cap. Already got rid of some heretics. And here comes Tenso with the assist from the staircase. Played it well, did Zulman. Has backed off, has stayed in play. Sorcerer has gotten rid of. Can they get a CSM model even off of Odinson? They can. Been a great early fight for Imperial Guard actually. Over on the west side, got some dead heretics. Looks like they got stomped by the Sentinel. CSM meanwhile are chasing around poor guardsmen in melee. A single cap very early for the Imperial Guard. Did they not bother getting? A Tenso probably decapped it. Chaos Lord trying to decap the blue team's natural, but has to flee. Got Noise Marines on the way for Dice Roll. Havoc's on the way for Odinson. Havoc's already up here for Red Crown. Zulman with a heavy weapon squad of their own. Sentinels for the Tenso and Jamboo. This guy got a decap here. And the Guard are streaming through the mid. It's already decapped, maybe by a Tenso's Sentinel earlier. Now they're decapping that fully matured wreck point. They have the Eastern VP. Can they get onto the power? Heretics are here. Sorcerer's now here. Can they hit a good Doom Bolts this time? Big blob of Guardsmen. Just asking for some Doom Bolts. Sword of Flame coming in quite quickly. Coruscating Flame and then teleport in could do a lot of work. The Doom Bolts wasn't great. Havocs are going to try and set up the Lord Commissar. Might be able to get on them though. There's Coruscating Flame on himself. And now stab some guardsmen to death. And they had flamers, so they were going for the power bash there. The Commissar does indeed get in on the Havocs. Has the power sword up already. A power weapon, as you may have guessed, also gives lead by example, increasing his speed and giving him special attacks that buff surrounding units, much like the Force Commander's battle cry. Oh no, Havocs are going to wipe. Took his eyes off those Havocs and Odinson loses them. The Lord Commissar slayed them all. Got a bunch of XP for that because I think he did full damage to all three of those Chaos Havoc models. Chaos Lord's breaking stuff and going for a power bash. Should get a full bash here actually, with Noise Marines in play. But they're going to swap power, I think. Don't have a flamer here, but enough las guns, I believe. And we've got a heavy weapon squad to cover it. West side, multi-laser turret is up. We have the Holy Brazier for the Inquisitor. And that was a Hammer of the Witches. Almost got the Plague Champion down. Some Nurgle worship, of course. Multi-laser turrets. I think they do, yeah, they do like 40 DPS, I think, which is quite a freaking lot compared to like the damage that a full Guardian squad would even put out. They were obviously stationary. I think they're 150 rec, 5 power, I think, which is quite a lot of requisition. But 40 DPS on a little choke point early game, pretty damn good. Red Crown with a quick tier 2. Chaos Lord has the Combi Flamer. High damage sidearm that can set stuff on fire. Heavy weapon squad in that garrison there. Starting to suppress stuff, maybe. Yep, there we go. Raptors on the field are dice rolls. Got some Guardsman Flamer action. Put Sorcerers on them. Good stomp. Sorcerer teleports out and maybe gets away. Looks like they are going to be alright. They have the vestments of the warp, which is what that teleport is. 2-to-1 cap here for the Imperial Guard. In fact, they haven't lost a point off their VP counter yet. West side being pushed. All the gens are down. Havoc struggling to set up here. Doom Blast comes in from the Heretics to stop the Catechins getting in, but the Stomp gets in, and the Catechins are now on the Havocs with their power melee knives. Got rid of them. Heretics doing a lot of work here, actually. Plague Champion just shooting his damage over time. Bolt Gun, CSM also in melee. Able to deal with the Guardsman quite well that way. And they got the Sentinel. I think there's a Doom Blast that actually got the Sentinel at the end there. And often you see a Doom Blast Sentinel kill. Hammer of the Witches almost finished off those Heretics, but they got away. And those guys did a lot. Jen's going up again. Inquisitor in here, trying to get a model off the Noise Marines. They're not paying attention to her either. Chaos Lords is leaving her be. Gets a special. Oh, there's Cacophony and she might go down now. Yeah, I think she's going to go down. Chaos Lord's just in ranged stance for the Combi Flamer shots. Should be able to get revived there though. It's like mid-map. Sentinel couldn't get there in time to stomp. This is the Tenso coming in with a heavy weapon squad of their own. Tier 2s all around for the Imperial Guard team. Chaos Space Marines still in Tier 1. Dice Roll and MarkOdinSon. Are we going to see Chimeras from Imperial Guard? Might just see straight into Stormtroopers and stuff. What's this? It's a push. It's MarkOdinSon with their own Noise Marines. Going to bash power again. Good time to bash power right at the start of a tier, I think. Inquisitor gets away. Tenso got the revive and has Carapace armor. Gives the Lord Commissar more health and makes Inspire Courage benefit him with some speed. Is it speed? No, it's damage. Damage and you break suppression. Triple cap here for the Imperial Guard. Still haven't lost the counter off their VP. There's some Nurgle worship. That sweet, sweet health regeneration for Red Crown's army. Catechin Devils are Jamboos. There's the jump. Catechin Devils are pretty good at counter-initiating jump troops with their power melee and their shotguns and stuff. They got a little bit of suppression and ran away. There's the All Reliable. Looks like we're going to get a Nurgle Shrine here for Red Crown. Kind of a strange place to put it, I think. You'd expect it to be closer to the edge of the map, because this way Tenso can come in from the side and they could get doubled quite easily. Although maybe it's so they can support dice roll a little bit better. I would have put it on the edge, I think. Oh, mines dropped in that they're having to destroy. They're going to damage the shrine, aren't they? Move the heretics. Yeah, they'll damage the shrine a little bit, but they can just repair it. East side. Plasma is in for Zulman. Double. Triple plasma up. And these guys are getting a Commissar as well. They're going to be 3 full Commissar Plasma Guardsman squad. That's a lot of damage. Red Crown having a look. Finds some las guns and backs off. The Servo Skull is in for Jamboo. We might see Excruciators or something to help deal with the Raptors jumping in. And Plague Marines are up for dice roll. Here comes a Chaos Dreadnought for Red Crown. Stomp. Decent one for the Sentinel. Gets in on the Havocs. Auto cannon in for the Tenso. And there's Holy Pyre as well. Has to get off the shrine, I think. Is that a Manticore Strike coming in? That is a Manticore Strike coming in. But Red Crown stays in play. They've done well to keep this going here. Havocs have been able to set up. And there's a Blood Sacrifice Bloodletter squad from Dice Roll. Great timing on that, actually. Pushing off those double guardsmen. Havocs are now controlling the Inquisitor there. What's she up to? Oh, those are Catechins, dumbass. Where is the Inquisitor? Did she run? She already ran. Ogren's up on the field for the Tenso. But they pushed them back. That was well played, Red Crown. when they saw that Manticore strike, they might have just panicked and retreated out, but they stayed in there, managed their position, kept the shrine up even. Yeah, they're repairing the shrine now. Ogryns counter-initiating that raptor jump. They have their aspiring champion. Ogryns are pretty mean, but they had enough to deal with them. They've got some Chaos Space Marines with Mark of Khorne too. Killed one of the Ogryns. Pushing all the way through. Are they overextending a bit here? Should they have tried to stabilize on the mid? It's not really something Chaos does. If they smell blood, they go for it. They just wipe some guardsmen there. Raptors get away without a model loss. CSM now chasing down these guardsmen that have been Inspire Courage there. That's that yellow glow you see. Chaos Lord gets stomped, but still able to make some fire stuff happen. The Chaos Dreadnought is really far forward, and we do know that there's Ogryns on the field. And looks like Jamboo's getting some Stormtroopers, which might be anti-armor. 434 to 124. They have taken some VPs off the blue team's counter now. East side is uncapped. Manticore Strike doing some good work in the back lines there. Dreadnought gets the kill, a sync kill, which might have cost it actually, because it had to stand still while it did that. Doom Blast might save it. Doom Blast the Ogryns. Got to keep that Dreadnought moving though. Do not turn around and fire. Got to keep it moving. Catachans have their Sarge. Here come the Stormtroopers. They are indeed getting anti-armor kit. I think the Dreadnought's going to go down if it doesn't start moving it. They're going to get their Melter. There's the Melter guns. Oh, suddenly a Plague Champion with a Plague Fist. There's the Melter. Dreadnought's going to go down. Stayed in play way too long there. I thought they got it out. You have a Missile Launcher Sentinel for the Tenso. Jamboo Sentinel was lost along the way, by the way. The shrine will be taken now. I think it went down over here, yeah. I remember seeing the triangle on the map go down. East side. Red Chaos Team getting their power pushed again. Here comes a Blastmaster though for OdinSon. And they have an autocannon of their own already. Heretic trying to get in there. There's the Doom Blast. But a Coruscating Flame Sorcerer in there too. Heretics are persuaded to leave. Doom Bolts doesn't seem to do a lot. There's a small one. Heavy Weapon Squad with a las cannon here bashing power. Here comes a flank though from Dice Roll with Sonic Blaster. Noise Marines. Lord General has almost a full retinue as the Vox Operator and the Commissar there. Doesn't have the medical fella and lost one of his Stormtroopers also. 426 to 115, getting straight on the power. Should be a full bash, and Heretics are capping. It looks like maybe they were turning the corner there with that awesome push they had through the mid, but they lost that Dreadnought. So Red Crown's back down to 3 units. More Manticore for Jamboo. Ogryns against Raptors and Mark of Khorne CSM. The Lord Commissar's there though. There's that the Galaxy Burn, which didn't seem to hit the Ogryns at all. Ogryns go for the Garrison for some reason, which was a little bit weird. Level 3 Lord Commissar now has Aura of Discipline. Great synergy with those Ogryns as they follow him around and smack stuff. CSM are indeed capping there. Havocs might have to turn. They're getting shots on the Lord Commissar right now. Blastmaster able to get a few shots in also. Havocs are indeed turning. Decent hit there from that Blastmaster. Here come Heretics from OdinSon. Blastmaster gets another good shot on the Ogryns, and the Havocs have now turned. Seems like they're mainly shooting at the Lord Commissar though. Plague Marines have dropped to model. Here's a whole bunch of Plasma Guardsmen from Zulman, who goes tier 3, by the way. Sentinel still stomping around as well. 415 to 90. West side. Blue team are pushing the power again, thanks to Jamboo. Those double Manticores, I'm sure, are very fun for Red Crown to try to maneuver around. Must be a giant pain in the ass. There's the tier 3 for Zulman. We might see a Lehman Russ dropped in soon. They can drop a nuke also, if they prefer. 398 to 90. Chaos Lord has had enough of these Ogryns. Goes for the Lightning Claws. They're now on notice, those Ogryn fellas. And there's the Armored Inferno. Maybe we'll see the Icon of Khorne for the health on hit. Doom Bolts. Again, it seemed to be a little one. Didn't quite have the energy to do a full one. Sentinel gets a decap. Chaos Space Marines are unhappy with this. Now chasing it down, they're going to get stomped, and then the Sentinel back off. Did a lot of damage. They should have just stood there and shot him, I think. Like, fake a little charge, then put them in range stance so he stomps midair and shoot him. Got some Stormtroopers with assault kit for the Tenso. Gives them even longer range on these hotshot las guns. Double Blastmaster on the east side from Dice Roll and OdinSon. Those guys almost whacked with a grenade though. Is that a Vox Operator drop? That's a Vox Operator drop to reinforce all that stuff. That was pretty nice. Ogren's getting in. Eat a good Blastmaster shot, and the Blood Sacrifice Bloodletters again doing a great job wiping the Ogrins after that Blastmaster shot. Can they get the Sentinel? I think they can. Look at these value Blood Sacrifice Bloodletters here. That was amazing. I think they're still going to lose the east. Oh, maybe not. Here comes a Chaos Dreadnought with Mark of Khorne for OdinSon. Blastmaster's doing some good work. Plague Marines trying to get into melee with things, I think. Those CSM are very low, need to be careful. Now they've retreated. Another good Blastmaster shot. Those guys level to 3, need to be careful. They're down to a single model now. Another great shot. Triple Cat for Chaos. What's going on in the mid? They're retaking. Looks like I just missed a push here from Dice Roll and stuff. Red Crown's down to 2 units, so they lost something in the push. They still have this Plague Fist. I'm kind of confused by this Plague Fist. Pestilence Strike is great for protecting your stuff in firefights, but we haven't seen it used that way very often. Maybe I just haven't seen it. There isn't a huge amount of melee to stun. And this thing is 50 power, remember. It's really expensive. You've got to get a lot out of it if you purchase it. You saw a sale on those Raptors from the Inquisitor. Now has the Inferno Pistol as well. Power Bashing Chaos Dreadnought. Uses Blood Frenzy for the, or Blood Rage, sorry, to bash power. Now it's going to go after the Sorcerer. He teleports away. Oh, there we go. Doesn't last that long anymore. It's easier to manage it. Got some MarkOdinSon Chaos Space Marines for OdinSon level 3. So they're pumping out a lot of damage against these heroes. And yeah, they'll do it to everyone. No Ogrins for them to shoot anymore. But they're good damage to all infantry targets. There's a lot of plasma. They're not going to trade efficiently with Plasma Guardsmen though. Raptors, are you going to jump, fellas? No jump. There's no jump. Grenade hits a single model. That's pretty good. Raptors and the CSM should be able to deal with this. Maybe they can wipe those Stormtroopers if they smack them on retreat and then jump. Smack, 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 smack. Got a couple. Maybe they can get 2 more here. It's just locked off the draw. Oh, that lead model there couldn't get an attack in. Not sure if it would have been enough. But it did not get an attack in. Just a little bit of luck of how the pathing falls. Laskan's getting shots on a Dreadnought. Hits level 2. Need to warp it out. I don't think they can. They can't warp it out. It's going to die. Should have gone the opposite way. And tried to just survive the plasma guns maybe. But down it goes. 274 to 45. 2-1 for the Imperial Guard. Tenso through the mid here. Level 4 Commissar. Tank is up for Red Crown. They got some more heretics in play as well to help support it. Some noble worship right here. Manticore's on them though. Can really punish the kind of defensive static Plague Champion play with those Manticore strikes. Auto cannon doing some work. I want to see some Icon of Noble from this guy. Shotgun blast from the Catachans. That seemed to be the fella with the melter gun doing a shotgun blast there. Auto cannon and Inferno pistol to threaten a tank in the mid. Needs to be careful pushing through here. East side is still very red. They're taking the VP back. Down to 27 VPs though, the Chaos team. Here's a late Blood Crusher for OdinSon. They're getting 2 of them. Baneblade on the way. Inferno Pistol is up. Anti-armor Stormtroopers is up. There might be a couple of minutes where double Blood Crushers does a lot of work here, if they can avoid the melters. But once the tanks start rolling out, they're going to struggle. But if you get 2 Blood Crushers on a single entity, that's a lot of DPS. Got some Chaos Terminators for dice roll. There's the demoralization effect as they kill stuff. Poor bastards. Had to run. Are they going to break those retreats with the Commissars? They might. We'll probably see autocannon from these Terminators eventually. No rush though. The combi bolters are great at chewing through this infantry, as they are. Double jumping Raptors, they'll probably have to run after this one. The Commissar's there. Yeah, lead by example has been popped. Tank getting some more shots. Does it have a mark? Oh, Mark of Khorne. There's more damage on all of the guns. This is the double Blood Crushers. A sail on the Terminators into a Manticore. Did tons of damage there, holy crap. That was double Manticore, wasn't it? Double Blood Crushers get on her though, and push her off. Chaos through the mid. 223 to 27, who's this? It's a las cannon. Who's on the west side? Is that the Plague Champion hanging out? Yeah, just hanging out there. Does he have any other war gear? No war gear yet. Now a Dreadnought for OdinSon, going full on demonic vehicles at the end. Well, very end of tier 2. Maybe they're not going to get tier 3 here, OdinSon. Which is fine, you can still fight in tier 2. Level 6 Sorcerer here. What else we got? Level 5 Chaos Lord. Level 2 Plague Champion. Level 6 Lord General does have the sniper rifle for fire on my target. Level 4 Commissar and a level 4 Inquisitor. Can they get after those Manticores? They're right in base still. Double Blood Crushers here, getting melted. I think they pushed up a little bit far, but they're tying up the Stormtroopers. They can escape now, I think, if they try to. Autocannon's getting shots. Chaos Lord's on it though. One of them goes down. Oh, Leman Russ is here, going for Vanquisher as well. Blood Crusher needs to try and charge out, I think, but doesn't have the energy to do so. Just goes in and gets some smacks before it goes down. Down it goes. Both Blood Crushers fall. They had a couple of minutes of fun. Oh, east side is turning blue. Baneblade is here. Zulman's entire army, basically. Need to run, you guys. OdinSon not paying attention to their Blastmaster Noise Marines. They get one more shot and fall. They have a triple cap, though. Look how much they're making up these VPs. It's actually a really close game now. Well done, Chaos Team. Another Predator tank for Red Crown. Raptors jump in and run. They got the VP, those Plague Marines, didn't they? Inquisitor gets a revive, gets level 5. Manticore. Oh, Heretics, did they survive that? Oh, one fella survived it, well done. One fella from Dice Roll got away. MarkOdinSon CSM in the mid from 2 different players. Look at the damage to the Lord Commissar there. That's why it can still be well worth to get it against the Imperial Guard, even if they don't have Ogrins, so you can chew through heroes with MarkOdinSon. I mean, CSM with an Aspiring Champion and Slaughter activated also do a good job against heroes. Baneblade sits east side. Can they go after it, or is it better just to push the mid for Chaos? There's Malignant Blindness from the Chaos Lord. Kind of a strange time to use it, because there's no fighting going on. Plague Champion is busy repairing. Oh, he's gone for Blight Grenades. One of the latest Blight Grenade purchases you're ever going to see. Armor of Pestilence is also in. Heavy Turret. Doesn't even get a shot. Looks like the Guard have this one with a 2-to-1 cap right at the end. But they got them really low, the Chaos Team. Got them to 53 VPs. But once they got the tier 3 stuff rolling in, they kind of had a lull at the end of tier 2, the Guard team. But tier 3 stuff got it done. Those Leman Russes, they just had to back off them, and that Baneblade, of course. Level 7, Lord General. Level 5, Lord Commissar. Level 5, Inquisitor. All the heroes did well, I think, for the blue team. A level 3 Plague Champion. Still not convinced this Plague Champion, this Plague Fist, sorry, really made up its cost. I don't think they chucked a single black grenade, did they? Maybe they did. It's purchased right at the end. Chaos Lord level 6, posing for the camera with those awesome lightning claws, and a level 7 sorcerer down at the end. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Big thanks to these players for getting us a faction war to Gorkat, and I'll see you next time.